made our journey even harder. The fog is still with us. We are 2 days into the sea. We can hear, we can see no other ships around us. It is as if we alone sail these waters.
Man overboard!
A strange fever has come over some of the crew and the passengers. Some of the older ones say that there's a ghost on board. I am the captain. I cannot get caught up in such silly notions. 2 souls have been lost. A male passenger and one of the crew. Oh God, keep us all safe.
Lucy, it cannot be you. Oh, are you speaking to me? Forgive me. You reminded me of a dear friend. You were so alike.
Oh, my father says we each have a look-alike in the world, although one is more than enough to deal with. I haven't seen you on board before.
My companions and I don't come outside much. Where are you travelling to?
Oh, I'm travelling to Bukovina and Carpathians, the surrounding area, to have a look at the local traditions and the history.
Perhaps we can travel together. Transylvania is such a dangerous place and there's a safety in numbers.
We could not impose on her.
No, that is a good idea.
What about your studies?
Well, to be honest, I'm feeling a bit bored and lonely, and I would really enjoy the company.
Then it is settled. We should reach port in a few days' time. Come, Mina. We must rest.
Yes, of course, Kasia.
More of the crew have disappeared. I fear overboard. This cursed fog is still with us. I feel that the ship is also cursed. Oh, praise be to God that one of the crew has at least spotted land.
Safe journey. Oh, thank you. I'm to be joined by Mina and her friends.
That's good. Travelling in these mountains at this time of year can be very dangerous.
Oh, really?
I hope, ladies, you have not found the voyage too traumatic.
No, Captain, the journey has been interesting. And we ought to have some new blood to continue our travels with. Shall we go?
Oh, yes, good.
When all the passengers had departed, I returned once again and boarded my own vessel. But I found that the oppression that had gripped the voyage had gone.
Snowdrift has delayed us. I have hired a horse and carriage to take us on our way.
We travel fast through the mountains. We know that Dracula and Mina must have travelled by sea but we do not know to which port or how far ahead of us they are.
When we last travelled like this, we had Mina with us, and through Van Helsing's hypnotism, we were able to see Dracula's progress. Now, we are blind to all that he does.
My fear for Anna increases every day. I now know the fear that Jonathan must have gone through the last time he made this journey.
My dear Jonathan, I know you may never read this, but I want you to know that I do love you. I write this in my few moments of clarity, when Dracula and Cassia's hold on me wanes. Please forgive me, Jonathan. You are a good soul, and mine must be forever damned. Remember me to Quincy, and let him know that my love is true. I dare not speak to Mary, yet I fear she has become a pawn in Cassia's little game.
I do not know what has come over me. All I remember her eyes, deep and penetrating. Next thing I remember is being on a ship with Mina and Cassia. Yes, that is her name, Cassia. Oh God, forgive me and give me strength.
Cassia points out a great deal to me. And I've spoken to Mina often about her friend Lucy, who died of some strange blood disorder. I can see that it saddens her to think of her.
The horses take us further into the mountains. We follow some old paths that have not seen use in years.
Around us we hear the howl of wolves. Always at a distance, never within view, but always there.
Travel slower and slower now, as the way ahead of us becomes more inhospitable. We cannot see more than 5 feet in front of us.
We dismount and walk slowly. Our torches are the only illumination in this bleak wilderness.
We stop for the night, crowding around the fire. The wolves howl around us. The horses are spooked.
In terror, the horses bolt and fear to stray too far from the fire. We lose them.
We are alone now, lost in the mountains. We go on by foot, slowly once more.
The Carpathians are truly wonderful. Cassia has told me a great deal about a castle that's up in the mountains, where a member of the old family still resides. She says I'll be able to go there and continue my studies there.
I so fear for Mary, yet Dracula's power over me is so great that I cannot voice my concerns.
I'm transfixed by Cassia. I do not know why. This whole journey seems like a dream. I look above us into the mountains, and I see the castle for the first time.
The castle looms above us as we draw closer. It is time.
Oh!
My master will be pleased. Now bring her to the castle.
As we move on to the castle, I look at Mary and hate myself for not being strong enough to warn her about the danger around her. It's my husband somewhere out there in the wilderness. My fear is what lies ahead and what Dracula will do to Jonathan and the others.
Mina!
Storm rages around us as we press on.
In the swirling snow, we spot a small hut in the distance. It's a lifesaver. We all rush forward, eager for the warmth it will offer.
As we near the door, It opens, and in the outpouring of the light, we see a woman who beckons for us to come inside.
Both Jonathan and I are weary, but the bitter cold forces us inside.
Come inside, Celeste. What are you doing out in this terrible weather?
Our horses bolted and we were looking for somewhere to rest for the night.
I have some food cooking in the pot. It's so strange to have visitors this far up the mountain.
Thankfully, we accept the food and drink. It feels so good to be inside and out of that devilish weather.
The room is warm, and we find our eyes drooping.
God, what have you done?
They sleep, that is all. Has it been so long that you do not recognize me, Abraham?
Alexei, it cannot be you.
The years have not been kind. I waited for you.
I was young, impetuous. I was ashamed to I was afraid to commit myself.
I waited in the church pew for hours. I've never cried so much. The humiliation was more than I could bear.
I realized what I had done. I wrote to you. Did you not receive my letter?
A letter? My heart was broken. All you could do was send me a letter?
I went back to the town. They told me you had died. I searched for your grave. I couldn't find it.
They do not bury suicides in the graveyard. I stood on the bridge with your letter.
Suicide? No, Alexei.
He came to me in my lowest moment and offered me a way out. I took it with open arms.
I loved you. You know in your own heart that I did. I'm so sorry, Alexei.
Sorry? Sorry? I am not sorry. Do you know what power this is? I can hear your heart beating, see the blood flowing through your veins.
You are an abomination against God.
God? Did God comfort me when you left me standing at the altar? Did he comfort me when I cried every night until my eyes stung? Did your God stop me from throwing myself off that bridge? No. The devil came to my aid. He showed me the wonders of eternal life. A life I shared with my sisters until you came.
Sisters? You saw me in the castle.
I was sleeping, but I felt every cut. Is that your plan for me too, Abraham? To cut off my head?
I did not want this for you.
To think I wept over you! Dracula is twice the man you will ever be, Abraham. He will bathe in your blood and that of these fools. Death follows you, Abraham.
Dear God in heaven, give me the strength to face my foes once and for all. If death follows me, then let it be them who I face that shall fear it.
You look ill.
I fear my heart will not last, friend Jack.
You are the strongest amongst us all. You will tell this tale to my grandchildren.
Friend Jack, you know well the signs. I cheated death so many times. Summon up your strength, my friends, and we will hunt Dracula and his minions down. Let him know that we are like the wolf hunting its prey. We will never stop.
Frightens me to be back at the castle after all these years. I see the place where Quincy fell, and recorded that name brings back memories of my own dear Quincy. Am I indeed a wretched mother to our son?
Oh, I look at those people around me, those who I thought were my friends.
I try so hard to break free, but I cannot. I try to recall when Cassius stole my resolve, but my memory of much of my time back in England is muddled.
This power I wield is like an elixir.
Sister, welcome back. Ah. This must be Mary. We will be pleased to see her. And Anna. Now we have a happy family.
And where is the master?
Here's the way. We are to entertain our guests until he arrives. The others are near and we must prepare.
Jonathan?
He comes. As does Van Helsing and the others. They're no match for the master. He bribed you off as the fools that you were. Now, come.
We follow the mountain trail. Arthur constantly checks our weapons against the cold.
At last, we reach the summit and look down across the valley towards the castle. My heart is filled with fear to know that Anna is somewhere in the castle, prey to Dracula and all his foul demons.
The sight of the castle gives us a new resolve. Our pace quickens. We head forward to the castle and Dracula.
The others are drawing near and we must be ready. Can it be? Come to me.
Master.
Such beauty. To look so like Lucy's wonders. Is that not so, Mina?
Don't hurt her.
Mina, I would never hurt her.
Take me. Oh, God, what have I done? Oh, Mina! I thought you were my friend.
Kasia? Please speak to me. Kasia, are you here?
We have company. Say nothing.
Kasia, I have found you. They all gave up, but I never did.
Mother.
Nosferatu, what have you done with my daughter? She will not be yours.
My dear, she has been my guest here.
Let us go. She is young, and we mean you no harm.
We need to be at our strengths. Take her.
Do you think I will feel you unmerciful because you dragged her dry?
Mina, what life would she have had? Her daughter gone. She would have been on her own. She would have no doubt been shunned by the other villagers who would have branded her a witch, as her daughter had become all they despise. Is it mercy to let her suffer so?
And what's of Mary?
She is an orphan. What life would be waiting for her back in her own country? She will marry whatever suitor comes. There will be no love for her.
There can be love. Women can fall in love and marry the one they love.
But not above their, what do you call it, station? A peasant may never marry aristocracy. Such a sin is unforgivable. I can give this girl, who so resembles dear Lucy, a family.
As Eternity is your slave, as Kasia and Alexia your slaves, as am I.
They are not my slaves. They have free will. They can leave whenever they wish. They stay because of love.
Love?
But I can offer them unconditional love. A love that is eternal and will never die. You were never my slave, Mina. Though my blood flows through you, I cannot fully control you.
Yet you brought me here against my will.
It was not only I that brought you here. There has to be more. Your will is strong, Mina, or I could have brought you to me years ago. The love of your son was so strong, it blocked out any power I may have had over you. Yet now I feel that hold is gone. You wanted me as much as I wanted you. Did you not beg me to take you? You are ahead of your time, Mina. A free-thinking woman has no place in this world. Jonathan keeps you home as a duty for life.
Jonathan loves me.
Did he not tell you of his time here? Of his time with my brides? Has he opened up his mind to pleasures unsought of? Has he, in the dark of night, not whispered his darkest thoughts to you? And have you not secretly wished to fulfill them, though polite society forbids such thoughts?
Jonathan is a good man.
But can he fulfill your desires? I will let you be what you want to be, Mina. I will give you an eternity to entertain your dreams. Turn your back on this so-called society.
What will happen to Anna and Mary?
Anna is cautious over her to decide. As for Mary, it is such a rarity to find one who looks so like another, that you would say they were sisters. It broke my heart when Helsing Angels killed Lucy. She was dear to me.
She is not Lucy!
No, she is not. And for you, I shall offer her the choice. To join me, or to return to her world and die of old age.
Kasha brought her to you as a prize.
The recklessness of youth, Mina. In time, she will learn not to be so impulsive. There needs the castle. Stay here. Alexei, Kasha, come. They must welcome our guests.
We arrive at the castle.
Nothing has changed since our last visit.
Grip the crucifix so tightly that my fingers ache.
The storm changes direction, and we cannot keep together.
Go back, for the love of God, go back.
So, this is how it must be.